Donald Trump, your president, was shot. Hit that boy in the head. Well, it didn't really hit him in the head. Hit him more like in the ear. Heard them shots going pop, 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 pop. And he grabbed his ear. And you could see that he had some damage right there. So it looked like the bullet grazed his ear. Whoo, that boy was close. That boy got really, really close. In case you don't know, fam, let me put a pic up of this dude right quick. So there's the picture. You can see all that red. That if you can see, there's a concentration of red at the top of his ear. And then he got the blood on his face. And then, see, he looking tough right now. But when he got hit, boy, his ass went down. He was scared. He was scared to death. That boy went to ducking. And all them people in the back was ducking too. He was ducking. So anyway, fam, the story goes that Donald Trump was rushed off stage with blood on his ear and face after a shooting during his Saturday evening rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. He fell to the ground after the first pop of shots rang out. Secret Service agents rushed the stage to surround Trump as screams were heard from onlookers. After several moments, Trump was brought to his feet by agents, and he appeared to be calling out to the crowd and could be seen pumping his fist as he was whisked away into a vehicle off stage. The Secret Service said in a statement that Trump is safe. Trump posted on his Truth Social later in the evening, thanking the Secret Service and law enforcement for their response to the shooting. I was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right ear. I knew immediately that something was wrong and that I had heard a wheezing sound, shots, and immediately felt the bullet ripping through my skin. Much bleeding took place, so I realized that what was happening. God bless America. Y'all know how it go, fam. Throw that God bless America in and you got him. That's all you got to say. God bless America. They'll drop their God. Now, the shooting is being investigated as a possible assassination attempt, according to law enforcement. The shooter was killed by Secret Service, and a rally attendee was also killed. Now, here's the deal, fam. You want to promote nonviolence in regards to political campaigns, right? You want America to be a country where people can agree to disagree and have, and support different parties, whatever party they want to support, and be able to do that without fear of any type of retribution, especially assassination, right? But Trump, I'm going to tell you, is a very violent person. And I do believe that Trump brought this on himself. I do believe that Trump and his supporters are very violent. And that's all they do is talk violence. They talk a lot about violence. And so I'm really not surprised that something like this happened to him. He talked a whole lot about violence. And they're very violent toward attendees who don't kiss Trump's butt. You've seen how many times we've seen them drag attendees off, like the last election cycle, and they was dragging people out of Trump rallies, beating people up and all that kind of stuff. And then anytime Trump don't get his way, Trump talks about killing people and people getting killed. And the people that support him talk about how they gonna take the country back and how they gonna kill people and they ready for war and all this type of stuff. So violence begets violence. This, I think, is one of those things that Trump, if the shoe was on the other foot, would be excited about. You know what Trump would say if that would have happened to Biden? You see, there's people who don't like it when you talk bad to me, when you try to treat me badly. There's people that just don't like it, and I can't do anything about it. I mean, they're just good, decent Americans, they're patriots who care about this country. So, you know, um, all I can say is that God bless America. Joe Biden, check this out, fam. Joe Biden suspended his campaign ads while this is going on. He suspended his campaign ads. Do y'all, let me ask you something. Do y'all, give me a thumbs up if y'all think Trump would have done the same thing, if the shoe was on the other foot. If that was an assassination attempt on Joe Biden's life, would Trump suspend his campaign ads, or would he double down on those campaign ads? Would Trump give a speech lamenting about how this is something that don't need to take place in America? Would Trump do something like that? Do you think? Give me a thumbs up if you think he would. Thumbs down if you say, nah, he ain't built like that. Ain't that person he is. See, this is the thing this is one of the issues that I think that holds the Democrats back. The Democrats got it bad. They got it bad trying to play to a moral compass. You know, they try to, now keep in mind, they ain't no better than the Republicans. I mean, they really not. They all the same. But they try to at least play like they decent people, right? And they like to do things like go after their party, people in their party. They openly attack members of their party. If you notice, the Republicans very seldom speak badly about any of their members who can do something for them. As long as you playing ball with them, you know, they're gonna support you. As long as you can help them with their cause, they will support you. Now, they will throw you under the bus if they can't use you. But that chick named Green, you know, that politician named Green, she's real evil, really evil chick. You look up her name. I think it starts with an M. Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene, very wicked chick. Like the devil resides in her. She is the devil's advocate. Very wicked person, just very low down, just always saying really wicked things. Subhuman type of chick, right? But the Republicans, you very seldom see any Republican will say something bad about her because she's towing the line for them, right? Same thing with Trump. They won't say anything bad about Trump, at least not publicly. Some of them who try to act like they got some kind of class will say something behind a, you know, they'll say something behind the back, but then they're going to say it publicly. Democrats will put their own people on blast. They'll put their people on blast, and they'll act like they got this some type of high ground, high moral ground to stand on. For example, like with what's going on right now with Trump getting popped up. I'm pretty certain that if the shoe was on the other foot, Trump would not do the same for Biden. I'm pretty sure he would not have paused his campaign ads. I'm pretty sure of that. And therein lies the problem with the Democrats. They ain't got that killer instinct. See, when I get my enemy down, I believe in crushing them. I believe in putting my foot on their neck and not giving them. Now I'm talking about destroying them, crushing them. Democrats, they just not built. The Republicans are built like that. That's how they do. If they lose one seat, they're trying to make it up by gaining 10 more. The Democrats, when they gain one seat, they get comfortable and think they did something. Big difference. This is why a lot of the laws that they get passed end up getting overturned, because they fight from a position of defense as opposed to offense. Like, once they get a law passed, they should spend the rest of their days trying to make sure that law can never be overturned. They should spend the rest of their days knowing that those Republicans are over there plotting and planning to try to get that law reversed. They don't think like that. They think like from a defensive standpoint. So a lot of people, after they heard that that was an attempt on Trump's life, a lot of people were saluting the shooter. My God, what type of people are you in America? How could you do something like that? How could you cheer on some dude who tried to kill a former president of the United States of America? I get it. I get it. Y'all don't like Donald Trump, unlike me. I get it. You don't like Donald Trump. But how could you? How could you praise some guy for trying to kill a presidential candidate? What is wrong with y'all? I'm gonna read some of these comments, fam, that I saw on the website. I'm not gonna name it because I don't want to single them out. But check out what some of the people were saying. Trump gonna swear it was a bullet. Hitman must have been hired from what is it? Temu, T-E-M-U, Timu or Temu? Yep, the United States is officially ghetto. Trump pulled a Jussie Smollett. This guy Cyrus being written all over it. Somebody says Trump about to make this story fire. I'm the most bulletproof president in the history of presidents ever. Lincoln, Kennedy, nope. But Trump, yes. Y'all know he about to talk SH0T. Somebody said, why y'all keep putting this in my face? Next. Doing anything to gain sympathy votes. Somebody said, let's wrap this up by midnight. Trump is trash. I'm glad it happened. Most people are actually cracking jokes about it. Somebody said written and produced by Tyler Perry. Get up on your good ear, Donald. He was so concerned with making sure the cameras got his fist pumped. He's a master of marketing, that's for sure. The shooter is a hero. A number of people believe it was staged. Somebody said he didn't care about nobody's life when he sent them to do his dirty work January 6th. So someone being unalived won't convince me that this not staged. Sorry, not sorry. The real sniper is hitting teleprompters instead of targets. This is a whole Broadway play. Somebody said Donald Trump would tell his supporters that he was shot in the head and he did his own surgery. Somebody said the shooter was ass, but I do condone violence of any type. I wish Donald Trump a speedy recovery. I think they wanted to say I don't condone violence of any type. Others think this is an attempt to rally up his fan base. All right, fam. Y'all know what Trump gonna do now, right? You know what he about to do, right? He about to say he identified with black folks, or we identify with him because he been shot. You know he gonna do it, right? He gonna say black folks identify with him because he's been shot. Yeah. He gonna say because he's been shot and we've been shot, he's relatable to us. Somebody say Trump got a double CD coming out called All Ears on Me. If they say the shooter was not actually at the rally, he was outside of the rally, which suggests that he was using some type of high-powered rifle. How did he miss? Must have been amateur night. Because how do you miss? How do you miss with a high-powered rifle and you can put somebody right there in the crosshairs? I mean, I know how you can miss. I mean, everybody, just because you got that don't mean you know what you're doing. So I get it, but there are still people that call the shooter a hero. There was some people saying that he got hit by glass, but that wasn't glass. He got hit. He got hit in the ear. He got grazed by a bullet because as soon as it happened, it was like wasn't no glass around. So all you heard was shots, and then you heard him grab his ear. Boy, let me see that ear right there. What ear he got here? He got popped in that right ear. Just a little bit over. I need to know who the shooter is. I want to know who the shooter, the name of the shooter. A lot of people like really showing the shooter love. Like, yeah, yo, man, the shooter is a hero. I went on about 6 different sites, and you got the people on that on different sites that are saying how bad it is that something like that would happen in the U.S. You got people saying that this is the doing of liberals and Democrats, and Trump's still gonna win because he's here to save America and uphold the democracy. And then there are those that are calling the shooter a hero, and they're saying stuff like they wish he hadn't missed. Somebody said, let's see, I did 5 years in the military. It takes more concentration than you think. Yeah. I'm not. I caught myself. I know I know it takes a lot of concentration. I'm pretty good with that thing. I know it takes a lot of concentration because I've been able to do it. I've been able to hit moving targets uh, a lot easier than some people can hit stationary targets. So I know it's a lot, more difficult than most people think. It's not more difficult than I think. Really, I was more so just being facetious. Like, how do you miss? You gotta, I'm really trying to really grading him by, you know, my standards, right? Because I know not everybody can shoot that thing. Even with a scope, I've seen people miss targets by that much. Yeah, Stephen A. crying right now. I bet Stephen A. over there talking about, I bet Stephen A. over there crying like literally. Man, let me just check something right quick. I bet Stephen A. over there crying. How could you do this to our president? How could you do this in a country like this? It's totally unnecessary. Okay, Stephen A ain't went on yet. So he probably somewhere grieving with the family right now. He probably somewhere with Trump. So he probably grieving right now. Um, Probably over there holding Trump hand, like praying, Lord, Father. He don't pray. He don't really be praying. So he probably over there like, Lord, Father, God, Lord, Father, God, you honor. Please help my master. I mean, President. Please help President Trump as he navigate these choppy, treacherous waters. What happened to our president today was totally inexcusable, and whoever did it, may they feel your wrath immediately. May they have their entire life eviscerated at this moment. uh, let us pray. Let us pray. Now, when I heard Trump got shot, I had started a candlelight visual. I did a visual, um, and notice that the candle is orange, and the candle holder is orange in memory of Trump. I thought it was going to be in memory of Trump, but it's I thought he was gone. I thought they said he was shot. So I went and got this. I was like, because I cut off all news. Just the president. I cut off all news. I ain't answering my phone or nothing because I'm distraught. Man, I go and get me a candle, get an orange candle holder, and I started the candlelight visual. Just me. I was just up in here. I was in here, man. I just turned the lights on just now, but I had the visual going. So I see that it's still lit. Look, let me see. Look at that. That thing lit. It's real fire. Yeah, I have had the visual going, man, and then I got a call from my homeboy Swift, and Swift say, "Will, he ain't dead." I say, "He ain't dead." I started wiping my tears. I was like, "He ain't dead. He ain't dead." Well, what's going on? I said, "Turn on TV. Turn on TV. Two. Oh man. Whoo." And I was like, "What?" I saw him get hit like that. I said, "Well, okay." Then I saw the little, and I saw him do this here. I said, "Okay. All right, okay. He's still here." Yeah, man, scared the living daylights out of me. Yeah, man, I was scared to death. Yeah. But to let you know though, fam, I'm right. I was ready. I was ready to show my support for Trump. I was ready. I had the candlelight vision ready to go, I was already in pocket. And I started contacting people, I guess that's why nobody had hit me back, because I was like hitting people up, mass emailing and texting, telling them, meet me on the corner of Griggs and Buck Street in 5th Ward. Meet me out there. I'm coming. Meet me in an hour. And then right before I was getting ready to leave, Swift called. See, look at God. Look at God. Yeah, man, that was a close call right there. That was close. Woo, man, that was very, very close. In the history of the United States, 4 presidents have been murdered. In the history of the United States. I'll give y'all a quick rundown. So, let's see, where are those numbers? It's an interesting statistic. Okay, so Abraham Lincoln was murdered on April 14th, 1865 at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. James Garfield, the assassination of him took place in Washington, D.C. at 9 a.m. on Saturday, July 2nd, 1881. William McKinley, the assassination of United States President William McKinley took place at 4:07 p.m. on Friday, September 6, 1901, at the Temple of Music in Buffalo, New York. McKinley attended the Pan American Exposition, was shot twice in the abdomen and close range by Leon, whatever that dude name is. I cannot say it. I ain't gonna even try to chop it up. This guy was armed with a .32 caliber revolver that was concealed underneath a handkerchief. John F. Kennedy, his assassination took place at 12:30 p.m. on Friday, November 22nd, 1963 in Dallas, Texas, during a presidential motorcade in Dealey Plaza. Yeah, Kennedy, yeah, that was one of the good ones. Now, then you come down, you get on down to the ones who was wounded. Theodore Roosevelt, 3.5 years after he left office, Theodore Roosevelt ran into the 1912 presidential election as a member of the Progressive Party while campaigning in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on October 14, 1912. John Schrank, a saloon keeper from New York who had been stalking him for weeks, shot Roosevelt once in the chest with a .38 caliber Colt police positive special. The 50-page text of his campaign speech, titled "Progressive Cause Greater Than Any Individual," folded over twice in Roosevelt's breast pocket, and a metal glass case slowed the bullet, saving his life. And then Ronald Reagan got shot in 1981. I remember this very vividly. I was in middle school, and on March 30, 1981, as Ronald Reagan returned to his limousine after speaking at the Washington Hilton Hotel, would-be assassin John Hinckley Jr. fired 6 shots toward him, striking him and 3 others. Reagan was seriously wounded by a bullet that ricocheted off his side of the presidential limousine and hit him in the left underarm, breaking a rib, puncturing a lung, and causing serious internal bleeding. Although close to death, upon arrival at George Washington University Hospital, Reagan was stabilized in the emergency room, then underwent emergency expiratory surgery. He recovered and was released from the hospital on April 11th. Watch right. Okay. Besides Reagan, White House Press Secretary James Brady, Secret Service agent Tim McCarthy, and police officer Thomas Delahanty were also wounded. All 3 survived, but Brady suffered brain damage and was permanently disabled. Brady's death in 2014 was considered a homicide because it ultimately caused his injury. The death was actually ultimately caused by his injury. And then you got Donald Trump, whom I this is the guy that I know, Donald Trump, the orange guy, right? Orange guy, orange candlelit visual, all right? So Trump was popped in Butler, Pennsylvania, and he dropped to the ground holding his ear. Once they let him know everything was cool, he bounced back up and threw his fist in there. I was like, yeah, mother, I'm ready to rock and roll now. I'm about to sell about 10 million t-shirts just like this with the blood on my ear. What y'all bet Trump sell those t-shirts? What y'all want to bet? What do you want to bet Trump exploit this situation and monetize it? What do you want to bet? What do you want to bet? He's going to figure out a way to, well, he's not going to figure out a way. He don't figure out a way. His people around him figure out ways for him to get more money. Anything to play the, you're going to play them heartstrings, and, they're going to come up with some type of slogan or whatever, and they're gonna be just out there, ching ching, ching ching, ching ching, ching ching. Watch, it'll happen by tomorrow. They'll have some type of product for sale by tomorrow. It's probably gonna have to. They'll probably have it tonight. He's gonna figure out a way to monetize it. Cornelius Brown, what's up, Cornelius? What it do? Hey, but look, listen, fam. You can't just blame this on a Joe Biden supporter. You got to take a look at this thing now. Trump is a 34-time convicted felon. He got a lot of enemies. He got enemies all over the place. You don't know who put this guy up to shooting at Trump. This could have been any one of his baby mamas. You know, this could have been a hooker. You know, could have been one of the porn stars. Could have been a Russian operative. You know, could have been any one of those students that he bankrupted the university, that went to the university that he bankrupted. Could have been a number of his business partners who he left holding the bag when he bankrupted their companies. Could have been anybody. "34 felonies. You make a lot of enemies when you commit 34 felonies. Yeah, this could be anybody. You know who else this could be? You know who else could be behind this? Something that most people ain't thinking about? A Trump supporter. Now, why would a Trump supporter shoot at his hero? Simple. To gain some support, some sympathy, get some sympathy votes. Or, you know, they're always talking about war. Maybe they want to kick off a civil war. Maybe they think if somebody harmed Trump, then they can get their civil war. Which would explain why somebody is shooting at Trump with a high-powered rifle and only clip his ear. When we know when somebody used that high-powered rifle, usually they get a clean headshot. That's something people usually don't come back from. They don't usually survive. So maybe he clipped the ear on purpose. But if that's the case, Trump couldn't have known, because Trump is not voluntarily going to set himself up to be injured for none of y'all. I be hearing him talking about what Trump doing for America, what he gonna do for America and bring America back and save us. Trump ain't gonna save Jack. Trump gonna save himself. You remember, Trump, there's already a precedent for Trump throwing his supporters under the bus. January 6th. When Trump saw how real it was, overthrowing the government, how he could actually go to jail for that, Trump was like, hey, I ain't tell them to do that. They did it on their own. They shouldn't have done it. That's illegal. It's illegal. Shouldn't have done it. You know, this is a democracy. Trump threw them under the bus so fast. Man, Trump ain't finna. Trump is not about to break a fingernail to support not one of you patriots, not one of you Americans. he ain't finna risk nothing for y'all. Trump is in this to get his money and be a dictator. That's what he's in it for, to get his money and do whatever he want to do, including grabbing women by the you know what. Yeah. So that's another one. That's something else to think about. That's one to think about. Look like we got some trolls in the comments. We finna get rid of y'all too. We got some trolls. One of the twin powers activate. Go get them. Where are my moderators? We got some trolls in here. We got some trolls. It's time to get them. Now, why do we dislike trolls on Willie D Live? Because trolls are hoes. They got to go. Can't let them hang around here. They got to go. Go somewhere else. You're not wanted over here. Go somewhere else. Nobody likes you. Go somewhere else. What up, Nix? Dominique Everett. What it do? What's up, Sharon? Angel Heaven. Pedro, what up? The Trail, what's up? Big PG. Amiric Hendricks. What's up? DR in the house. Dominican Republic. Miss B, what's up? Yeah, Justin Pickock. Oh yeah, the MAGA people finna send a bunch of money, boy. Hey, you know what? But look, fam, the trip part is, you know, who can really be mad at a hustler? You know what I mean? Like, see a fool, use a fool. If all you got to do is act like you the victim all the time, just always play the victim. Every time you play the victim, you can get people to send you a bunch of money. It's people on GoFundMe that start GoFundMes that do it all the time. Trump got his own personal rival to GoFundMe. It's called Trump. It's just Trump. He just say somebody did something to him, and here they go, sending that money. Sending that money. See a fool, use a fool. There's millions of them out there. Yeah, he gonna get paid off of this. Watch. He gonna come up with something. It'll probably be that fist pump, something that is gonna be something that has to do with the fist pump. Knowing him, he might some type of way collect all the blood from the ear. He might get somebody to just pinch on his ear and make himself bleed out that ear more. And then he might sell little like specks of his blood, hit them fools up for about $1,000 a piece. You know, just a little speck. And now you too can own a piece of the president's blood. Yeah. And then if you can get a little tissue from the ear, oh man, he's gonna really charge him up for that tissue. Get a little ear tissue, he probably be able to get at least a good 100 racks off the ear tissue. Boy, they'll buy it. No, fam, but seriously, we are in that type of time. We're in that time. Like we're living in like very dangerous times, because if you look at what happened in the 60s with all the assassinations that were going on in the 60s, with so many political leaders, we're not too far from that, because a lot of the political leaders that we have today are unhinged. And they actually promote, unlike, well, no, I won't say unlike, because a lot of political leaders back in the day, in the 60s, they were promoting violence too. So a lot of the political leaders today, they do promote violence. And it's only a matter of time before it spill over to whereas some of the political candidates, some of those political people are going to catch it too. It's just only a matter of time. But a lot of politicians spew negativity and hatred. A lot of them promote violence. A lot of them. Well, what they're going to do is, what's ironic is that as they promote violence, they also, all of them always run on law and order. They like to run. Isn't that strange how they do that? They like to run on law and order. But once they get in, they promote violence. I guess when they promote violence, they talk about the people that's on their team. And when it comes to law and order, that only applies to, that's only applicable to people who are not on their team. It's not for them. They're special. That girl Kales, what's up? Britain seems to think that this was staged. It was all staged. Who knows, fam? It didn't look staged to me, but who knows? You never know. Unless you know. You know what I'm saying? Unless you like actually know. Hey, Flo, what's up? Joe. Mark Pinckney. Yeah, Trump always talking about fight, but Trump ain't, but that dude's scary as hell, man. He ain't gonna push a duck in the pond. If he do, he gonna jump in and save it. Scared to death. Boy, that shot rang out. He grabbed his ears and ducked. He was like, he got shot. He was like, he ducked him down. He was like, and then when he came up, Somebody said, Mr. President, you okay? You okay, Mr. President? Yeah, I think I am. I think I am. Mr. President, put your fist up. Put your fist up, Mr. President. Put your fist up. Let the people see. Now he got him. He gonna run with that. He gonna run with that. Now, hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Breaking news. Hold on. Wait a minute. Breaking news. This just in. Donald Trump, President Donald Trump pooped his pants after he was shot in the ear. Dookie stains ran down his legs. All right, fam. There's no report of dookie stains running down Trump's legs. But I would not be surprised if that did happen, because the word on the street is he do a lot of farting and he do wear Depends, so that's consistent with somebody who would be wearing Depends, right? So, but yeah, boy, I thought that was real news, man. That's fake news. I think that's fake news. Yeah, I think I read that wrong. Yeah, I thought that said Trump had pooped on himself after he got shot. Yeah. Okay. So that was something else. Oh, man. But I bet you this, fam. I bet you Trump wear Fruit of the Loom white drawers. Family. Hey, you remember them drawers that we used to wear when we was little? Like you wear when you was really little. All the little boys used to wear white drawers. We at least me and my brother, I know we wore white drawers, but that's how we had. Yeah, white drawers, white Fruit of the Loom drawers, those briefs. I bet you Trump still wear those Fruit of the Loom white briefs. And I'll bet you anything. I'll bet you $1 to a donut if he's still wearing those white briefs. I bet you $1 to a donut he got a dookie streak. He got a dookie streak. Oh, man. Whew. Yeah, man. It's going to be something over the next few days. It's going to be something over the next few months. Donald Trump. But he ain't scared. He talk slick a lot. He ain't scared. Let him tell it. Because he always talking about violence. He always talking about hurting people, getting rid of his enemies. He even talked about assassinating people. Yeah. He talked about assassinating people. This is documented. I'm not just saying this now. This is documented. He talked about assassinating people. I'm talking about U.S. citizens. He's talked about it. So this is really one of those things where the tongue spoke something into existence, but it didn't go the way he thought it was going to go. Y'all keep in mind, Donald Trump ain't about that life. Anybody that don't get fooled now, he ain't about that life. Remember, if he was about that life, he would have been the first one to sign up to go to the military and fight. Donald Trump has dodged the draft. I think they said at least 4 or 5 times he's dodged the draft. Let's see, how many times has Trump dodged the draft? Boom. President Donald Trump received military draft deferments 5 times, once for bad feet and 4 times for college. 4 times for college. Like his ass was really doing some real studying, like doing some real educational stuff. His sister said that she took his test for him. That's documented. It is absolutely amazing how these guys run around here and they talk about how Trump is going to protect everybody and he's going to save everybody. It's like they totally forget this dude dodged the draft 5 times. How is a draft dodger going to protect a country he was unwilling to fight for? Explain that to me, fam. When he had an opportunity to really protect the country, he dodged the responsibility 5 times. But now he's going to and this is when he was young and able-bodied. So now he's 70-something years old. He's pushing 80. And now he's supposed to protect the country? Get out of here, man. Y'all, boy, it don't take much to impress some of y'all. It don't take much at all. All right, fam, that's my time. But as I said, Donald Trump is going to monetize this assassination attempt. He's going to monetize it. And I say he's going to do it within 24 hours. That would be something. You know what? Let me check right now because they're pretty fast with that, playing those heartstrings. They're pretty fast with monetizing things to get them supporters to dig in their pockets. They know how to move in on the gullible. Let's see. What would I look on now? Let me see. That would be Trump selling. Let's see. How Trump monetized a persecution narrative. Shooting at Trump rally being investigated. Trump falsely claimed Biden, FBI. Back in May 2020, May 22, 2024, that was a report that came out that Trump falsely claimed Biden, FBI had plans to assassinate him during a Mar-a-Lago search. If Biden and the FBI had plans to assassinate Donald Trump, Donald Trump wouldn't be breathing. They don't miss. They don't miss when it comes to foreign enemies. They damn sure ain't gonna miss when it comes to a domestic person, somebody domestic, somebody on the ground in the US, they damn sure ain't gonna miss, because they got all the resources. They know everything about you. You're coming and going, all communications they can tap into. Ain't no missing. Former President Donald Trump hawks 59.99 Bibles with the same words he used to win the votes of evangelical Christians. He sells swatches of the suit he wore and a mug shot. Well, look, he sells swatches of the suit he wore and a mug shot this month, while also raising money for his campaign by calling himself a political prisoner. He describes Truth Social, his refuge for those banned on other social media sites, and his best chance to substantially increase his wealth as a bulwark against liberal companies out to silence Christians and conservatives. All he got to do is say it's so, and then they'll believe it. Even if they don't believe it, they'll regurgitate it because Massa told them to. It is absolutely amazing how so many people who consider themselves to be smart, who consider themselves to be intelligent, could follow a world-class dummy. Absolutely remarkable. I'm going to be bringing y'all some updates on this, family, because I'm sure it's going to get interesting in the days to come. Until next time, fam, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. No more talk.